Hi guys, Evgeny here at Telephone Digital, and in this video we are going to do something more basic. So what we're going to do is we're going to teach you how to change out backgrounds in Webflow, meaning you change out background color, which does include both solid colors, gradient colors, changing out the opacity in those colors, as well as background images, background videos, and we are also going to cover a couple of effects. We are going to cover changing background color on scroll. Now keep in mind there are multiple effects that exist for changing out like backgrounds, like parallax effects or interactive backgrounds, but we have separate videos on those, and we have also written our articles on those as well. And with that being said, if you feel like this is a video that you are going to find using, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel. We really will appreciate the support. And without further ado, let's jump straight in. Now, first things first, we got the section we want to give it a background. Let's give it is BG color. And let's maybe change this background color to something different. Let's say this blue color, and make sure that the opacity is at 100%. Now keep in mind you can change the opacity right here, right on the right side in the color picker, but you can also choose a background color through variables, and that's what we're going to do here. Next one is BG grad. We are giving it combo classes just so that, well, we can separate different backgrounds. Awesome. So you can click on plus above the color picker in style panel and decide whether you want a linear gradient or a radial gradient. Let's go with linear. And once again, let's choose something like this where it's a more saturated blue, and let's choose a less saturated or maybe even like purplish color. So this is the gradient. You can change the opacity, but keep in mind, once you do that, there is still a background color. So if you want to lose the background color of the section, make sure that it's set to transparent. We won't do that because, well, we don't care for it. We just need to add this. And you can also use something like this where you're using variables for selecting colors. Let's make it somewhat of a green section. Awesome. Now let's add a background image. So you are going to do the same thing. Click plus on image and gradients. And now we have image settings. We're going to choose an image that is more or less high quality. And now make sure to click on hover and make sure that it does not repeat. This way you're not getting any bugs, nothing funny is happening. And yeah, you've got yourself a section with the background image. Moving on, let's add a background video. You're going to click Command plus E or Control plus E if you're on PC and select background video. I'm going to give it a class background video. Now it is already styled, but it's literally just position absolute with 100% height, 100%. Now we're going to select a video, but do keep in mind that the video takes some time to load, and also it must be under 30 megabytes. All right, if we preview this, you'll see that the video is playing. Now I won't do that, but if you click on the D key on your keyboard, you'll see that there are some options on the right side panel where you can loop the video autoplay or include play or pause buttons. We don't really need play or pause buttons, so we're removing them. Now we have gone through changing out the background colors, both gradients and solid colors. We have added background images and we have added background videos. So let's move into the interactions. We want to make sure that the first section is black. Once we scroll into the next section, it changes from black to blue. But once you approach the next black section, we need it to change back from blue to black. All right, so we're going to select this section that we want to interact with. Click on H as in hero. Click on element trigger. While scrolling in view is the interaction we need. We are going to play scroll animation, and I'm going to create animation from scratch. This is going to be a scrolling BG change. And now we're going to use the background color, and we're going to create multiple background color variations, and you'll see why. So first things first, when we are entering this, it's black. Same thing with when we start exiting this. It's still going to be black. And let's bring it up a bit. Now, we said that we want this section to become blue after a while, and we still want it to stay blue after a while, right? So let's see how this works. We're going to add live preview on, and clearly it started changing colors before it even entered. So we're going to click save, and we are going to give it an offset of 30%, or 50% is also fine, but yeah, let's do 50 actually. Now, let's preview this animation, and we can see that it starts changing color once it's like 50% in view. Now it's become fully visible. It stays blue for a while, and then it changes back to black. Awesome. If you want to attach this interaction to a class, you can by clicking here, class. However, I do suggest to actually attach it to a completely separate class. So create an element, give it an interaction class, click on H, add scrolling in view interaction, play scroll animation, give it an offset of 50%, and now we're going to use this interaction and attach it to a class. What we're going to do is we are going to remove the interaction from this section, and we are going to give this section a class. This way you'll see that this works absolutely well no matter what. This is the first method. The second method is the one that I like quite a bit more. So let's add a div, and that div will be BG wrap or BG holder. BG holder needs a position relative with the index 0, and now we have a BG element within that BG holder. We do want to give it a background color, and we need to give it a position fixed and make sure that it's full width and height, right? So we are going to give the BG holder an interaction. This was already done, so I won't go into it, but basically the only thing you're doing is you're giving this class some sort of opacity. Let's change target. Let's give it to BG holder here as well, BG holder, and we need to make sure that it's attached to a class. So initially the opacity is 0. Once you scroll in with a certain offset, you're going to give it 100% opacity with 0.8 duration and some easing attached. Now, once again, we will need to add some offset. So the offset is 30 here. And lastly, when you're going out of view, we want to make sure that we have a similar interaction, but with hiding. So we are changing opacity to 0, duration 0.8 with some easing attached. And this is also attached to a class. And we need to make sure that this interaction is attached to a class, which is the case. So let's preview what we have now. As you can see, you're scrolling into view, it's black. Once you scroll enough, it becomes blue, and then you start scrolling out, it becomes black again. I hope that this video was useful and that now you have learned a couple of ways in which you can change out the background color in Webflow. If everything makes sense and if you like the video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel. We really do appreciate your support. And with that being said, I wish you a wonderful day and yeah, have a good one. Bye-bye.